BCM has become very important in the world today, but I think we need to go back a little bit and find out why it's changed so dramatically. In the late 80s, corporate governance principles started to come into play, and it made directors responsible for the ongoing operations of the organization, to the point where if the organization failed, the directors would face jail sentences. So suddenly things started to change, but so did technology. All of a sudden, in 10 years, become an ISO standard, and not only an ISO standard, it's become one of the only 8 ISO standards in which you can be certified. Business continuity actually, because it's an ISO standard, it's a management system we talk about, it actually starts to unify other management systems and can pull together management systems that you've got in your organization already to collaborate with the BCM management system and actually get everybody to work in harmony. And it can bring in things like crisis management, emergency response, environmental health and safety, and even procurement, which is the key one everybody thinks about. The supply chain continuity is now a big topic. And then, of course, there's resilience and sustainability. And if you're going to be certified in ISO 22301, leadership commitment has to be measured by the auditor, and it will be. So suddenly, ISO 22301 and business continuity in particular has landed up in the boardroom. South Africa compares favorably and also not so favorably, depending on which part of South Africa you look at. In the last 2 to 3 years, there's been a big focus in government circles to try and get certainly their IT governance together. We're talking about ITIL and COBIT and imposing that on municipalities. But very recently, in the last 6 to 9 months, all of a sudden ISO 22301 has become very prominent in the conversations with government and government departments. So there is an awareness that business continuity has become important, but we're still a long way to go. The application of business continuity principles within the corporations of South Africa has been very strong and very successful in many places. They've taken it seriously, they've followed the trends, and in fact some of the companies are actually now looking to be ISO 22301 compliant and get certified, which is very, very, very good. In South Africa's terms, we are very much up there as a public, in the private sector, very much up there with the business continuity trends around the world, and we are actually leading in many ways. Just looking at business continuity, as I mentioned, business continuity is now becoming sort of an umbrella management system which touches on other management systems within an organization. So anybody that's involved in keeping an organization going, who's interested in the business being continuous, can benefit from this. People from the risk management arena, certainly from business continuity, IT recovery people, and so on, can all benefit from this. I think especially risk governance and compliance people will enjoy it. And I think the event is going to be a hands-on event to some extent, so it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a demonstration, an explanation of what business continuity is as a way of thinking, and also how it cuts across all the other disciplines in the organization. And we're going to be doing some exciting hands-on stuff with a lot of audience participation. So I think it's going to be a good day.